What is up, Black Ice Guild? It's your guild master, Trixie Lavender, and joining me is Endermental.
Today, we're looking at the battle between Sheer Force Pyroars, led by Valkyrie, against the Denver Nuggies, led by JDaJokerJoke.
For a reminder, Sheer Force Pyroars are using Whimsicott, Annihilate, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Sharpedo, Flapple, Galarian Slowking, Bastiodon, Mamoswine, Mega Ampharos, and Pangoro. Unfortunately, due to the footage Valkyrie recorded, we will not be seeing Team Preview.
Valkyrie brought to this battle Whimsicott, Annihilate, Gardevoir, Mamoswine, Flapple, and Pangoro.
The Denver Nuggies are using Mega Charizard X, Mega Raichu X and Y, Mega Clefable, Scizor, Milotic, Meowscarada, Skeledirge, Scolipede, Pidgeot, and Pinsir.
Joker brought to this battle Charizard, Raichu, Clefable, Scizor, Milotic, and Meowscarada.
Now let's jump into the battle.
Alrighty. Okay, I like their poses.
Alright, we're leading Scizor and Meowscarada, both shiny, look at that. Whimsicott and Pangoro.
So we got a very green team on Joker's side.
Gonna get the tailwind up. And
we're going for the close combat right off the bat. Isn't Scizor capable of using a fake out? Or priority at least?
Yes, Scizor is very well known for using Bullet Punch.
Did know that much. So there goes our Prankster Tailwind, as expected.
But even with Bullet Punch, the priority would be the same. But we don't see that. We see the close combat into Meowscarada. Meowscarada survives with the Focus Sash.
Interesting choice, but good choice. And then it's using Taunt.
So no more... I mean, Taunt is a really good thing to use on Whimsicott, but it's still going to get one thing up. The Bug Bite onto the Pangoro does take that thing out.
Oh yes, so, Scizor, famous for its Bug Bite.
It is actually, it's stronger. It's its strongest bug move. And
I didn't know that. Ooh, copies Technician.
Which isn't useful, but now we got just Moonblast and Grass Knot.
Honestly, I'm curious. Oh, that's right. They're taunted, so they. How are them? Taunt means you have to use an attacking move, doesn't it?
Yes, and that is why she's using Moonblast on the Scizor, because it's gonna do more than Grass Knot will on it, and then Hyper Voice is gonna take out both, so she wants to do as much damage on the Scizor. But
interesting choice.
Switching out into Milotic.
Appropriately named Fish.
Fish.
Alright, now we got the Gothic Gardevoir on the field. Alright, our Opera Singer versus a
And that
Steel
is
Bantha.
The right move to use. Bullet Punch. Just it's almost always the right move.
Too good. It's too good.
And with the Technician boost, it's so good. And the Moonblast onto the Scizor is gonna do
nothing.
Nothing. And already
Valkyrie's
losing
in a very hard spot.
Yes, she is. Like that, losing your Mega turn 1 is just...
Didn't even get an attack off.
Didn't get a single attack off. But honestly, that's what happens when you have a Fairy type out against a Scizor. And now we have the scary Flapple. Look at it.
Reminds me of when you had your Metagross out against King Gambit and it got freaking sucker punched. If you hadn't had your screens up, that thing would have died.
Probably. That's why I love screens. And look how bulky that Whimsicott is. Whimsicott is not bulky, and yet it just took a Bullet Punch from Scizor.
I'm very curious how they divided the defense spread, or if they just put it all in the HP.
Oh, definitely not all in HP. That My guess is just all in defenses. Like, it's already really fast, especially with Gregster. And its special attack is usable, but it's not what you typically use.
If Whimsicott wasn't as high up on the point pole, literally one of the few 20-pointers we had, similar to Sinestha, I would have considered grabbing it. However, I kind of needed the Matcha Gotcha a little bit more than I needed the Prankster Tailwind Setter.
If it lasted all the way to me, I would have grabbed Whimsicott.
But also, having a second 20-point option would have severely hindered my strategy for what I was going. Okay.
And we get the dual wing beat up.
Good. That is a good one to use.
Takes out the Scizor.
Not a move I expected Flapple to have on it, to be honest, but a good choice on it.
Flying is a really good offensive type. Unfortunately, it doesn't have very good moves.
Oh, so that's why the Focus Sash is on the Flapple.
Yeah, that double weakness is never fun to have, but Frozen!
Oh, Frozen!
Oh, no!
Unlucky.
And that by itself can be game-ending.
Honestly, if Sceptile could hold a item besides its Megastone for my strategy, I would definitely give it a Focus Sash, considering all the times that gets one shot by literally Icy Wind. Oh, unfortunately, the Megastone is kind of vital to the whole Lightning Rod strategy, so I just have to deal with Sceptile getting instantly one shot. He is a very fragile boy. You breathe on him, he dies.
And we see the Protect from the
Clefable. The Protect. Right move.
Oh, we get the Thaw turn one, but Protect.
Yep, right move to do.
So if this can take out the... Oh, it doesn't take it out.
Not quite enough. And the Ice Beam's going to finish this off.
Onto the Whimsicott.
Yep. Now it's a 2v1. That Flapple is at 1% HP. That thing is not living.
Yeah. If that Grass Knot took out Milotic, maybe she would have a chance. But I don't see any way for Flapple to take on a Milotic and a Clefable at 1 HP.
Joker hasn't used the Mega Evolution, has he?
Not in this battle, no. He did not bring
having
a
the Clefable and not Mega Evolving it, surprising.
Well, he did also bring Charizard and Raichu.
And
honestly, like, this is a good example of you do not need to bring your Mega to win.
As we saw in my fight against E-Beard, I used both my Megas between both fights, mostly just because I wanted to change things up. But both my Megas got taken out relatively quickly. So just because you have a powerful Pokemon on the field does not mean it'll stay on the field long. Sometimes you want to evolve for the ability, sometimes you don't. But let's see what they change up in round 2. Alrighty. Let's see if they change their team up a little bit. The Raichu makes an appearance.
Whimsicott and Mamoswine.
Okay.
Mamoswine's so big I can barely see. Boy. He's a very bulky boy, and we're just gonna go for the Earthquake
right off the bat. Looks like we're moving some tectonic plates today. I did not see what that Whimsicott picked at all.
The only thing Whimsicott ever picks turn 1. Tailwind.
Tailwind. I figured that's what it did. I just didn't see it. I was focusing on the new Pokemon.
And we see the Mega Raichu. Which one are we getting? Mega Pikachu!
The good one.
The good one.
Obviously,
Follow Me does not matter with Earthquake. So we see the Tailwind, which will, unfortunately for Joker, make Mamoswine faster than Raichu, and Raichu can't take an Earthquake from a Mamoswine.
One of the few reasons I didn't use Mega Raichu. As somebody who used the Rain team to get to Ultra Ball Rank 1 last season, couldn't quite get to Master Ball. I used the Mega Raichu Y along with Mega Swampert. That's my two Megas. And then Archaludon, Pelipper, you know the whole setup. But even then, one of the things that I could never quite escape was getting one-shot Earthquake by a Garchomp, Mamoswine, or practically any Pokemon that runs Earthquake. Way too many Pokemon have it, but it's a good thing.
Of the Milotic. And we're gonna go Rock Slide.
Okay. Chance for flinch. I don't know if it's just me, but recently in a lot of these fights, when I see Rock Slide going up,
because I don't
I'm pretty sure there's a lot better moves.
I would personally go with Giga Drain.
Like Energy Ball, Giga Drain.
But
Grass Knot is really only useful on heavy Pokemon, and to my knowledge, Joker's not really using that heavy of Pokemon.
No, at least nothing that's weak to grass.
And so Milotic's really the only one on there weak to it because he's got a bug type that resists it. And that's probably the heaviest one, given the fact it's a steel type.
Now, if that was just the general set, then yeah, I can see Grass Knot being useful. But as far as against a specific person, I would not have chosen Grass Knot.
I used my general set when I went up against E-Beard. But then again, I had tested my Pokemon quite thoroughly when... Ooh, Protect. Okay, Grass Knot hits the Milotic as expected. Obviously protected.
And the Ice will crash from the Mamoswine. Can Clefable take that? No, it can't.
It cannot. But yeah, I prepped my team pretty well. Not that I necessarily prepared it specifically for my opponent, but I had gone through several battles to determine what I wanted to run. And I was somewhat prepared for E-Beard. Not that I necessarily made every play correctly. Ooh, Scizor makes its return. But I definitely would not have included Grass Knot knowing what team options Joker had. Earthquake was a good choice, though. Then again, when is Earthquake not a good choice?
Earthquake is almost always the right choice. When in doubt, just use Earthquake.
Whimsicott doesn't need to live.
Honestly, I think it might live. Well, it would live in Earthquake.
No,
it's not living a Bullet Punch.
Whimsicott resists Earthquake, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And we get the Earthquake, taking out the Milotic and doing a decent amount of damage. Scizor.
Decent chunk to the little praying mantis over there.
And no more Tailwind.
It is a praying mantis, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. And we get the...
Oh, so we did swap in for the Annihilate. Good type coverage. This is going to go round 3. This will be the first of the participants to actually not just have a clean sweep. This is going to go into a set sudden death round.
Yeah, this will be going into round 3 and flipping Quick Claw. Bullet Punch takes out Mamoswine, and now it's Annihilate versus Scizor, but that Scizor is not taking any move.
Annihilate is just such a good type, and it was only 17 points.
And now we're going into game 3.
All right, they're going to keep it the same. They're going to switch it up again. Obviously, there's not too many different choices you can make when going into a round 3, but all options have been laid on the table.
Okay, game 3. Let's go.
First game 3 of the challenge of the Black Ice Guild draft. Okay. Oh, Charizard.
We see the Charizard this time.
Gardevoir.
Hot and Gardevoir.
He specifically only has Mega Charizard X, doesn't he?
Specifically X because he did not want to see Y.
I don't think any of us wanted to see why.
None of us wanted to see Y. Looks like we're gonna get a switch out.
Alright. Gardevoir is swapping out for... Looks like they're looking between their options right now. They don't completely know what they want. Pangoro. Okay, maybe.
Alright, switching in Pangoro. And, of course, Tailwind.
Obviously, Tailwind. Not gonna lie, Mega Charizard Y was definitely probably the better option, but I'm also...
definitely was the better option, but who cares about better option when you could just remove a threat?
Exactly.
And go
but
with the cooler one.
To go with Y. I prefer Y as it is for battle, but I love X's design the most.
And Charizard goes for Protect. We get
Tailwind.
the Tailwind up.
So, free Tailwind.
And what is that Scizor going to do? It is going to Bullet Punch the Pangoro. Unfortunately, that did over 50%, so that Pangoro is probably not doing much. Go straight for the Rock Slide. Do a decent chunk.
I don't think it's going to get it off. Ooh, close combat.
Close combat, and we're going to Encore. Ooh.
Encore to Protect.
This is why you never use any kind of status move against a Whimsicott, because that's all you're going to use. Don't use status against Whimsicott.
I had a fun status battle with my Whimsicott one time, where I ended up going against the Mega Floette who used Calm Mind. I then locked it into Calm Mind. The guy then swapped into his Milotic and used Coil, only to get Encored again. And I kept
Well, if it doesn't work the first time, obviously do it the second.
Speaking of Milotic, I'm wondering if Joker brought his into this battle.
He may have. Looks like...
He's brought it the other 2 times. I'd be surprised if he deviated now.
It looks like Valkyrie has decided, if all else fails, use Earthquake.
Oh, swapping out the Mega. Good choice. It was Encore to Protect.
And now we get Meowscarada. Get the Protect from
using
Scizor.
Protect again. Ooh. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Right onto the Meowscarada.
Not
quite taking it out, but I don't think Meowscarada can take an Earthquake at 19%.
That's just what's going to get straight Encored if I were Valkyrie in this position. What did we learn with Charizard? Don't status when you have an Encore Pokemon on your opposing team.
Don't status when you have Encore. Encore Whimsicott is very scary. Don't status unless you are faster.
It's one of my favorite things to use with this little fluffy demon.
Fluffy demon.
Oh, Clefable makes its appearance again.
Fable. And just Earthquake again. And we're gonna Encore the Protect.
Knew that was coming from a mile away. If it's good once, it's good twice.
Because even with Bullet Punch, well,
now are they going to swap out?
That's the same speed bracket, so.
No, if I were them, I'd swap out my Scizor knowing the risk.
Definitely should swap out. Will he though?
He is one of the only ones in the tournament to take their team to Master, so I would assume he's got some experience with maybe this exact predicament. But at the same time,
he
tried to protect
anyway. Interesting.
He tried to double protect.
Well, now he's doing it anyway. He decided to go for the Encore without being Encored. Was a dumb joke.
I think they just screwed themselves.
I think they may have.
Because if they don't swap out that Scizor, Clefable's obviously going to get Encored as well, even though Tailwind just petered out. Oh, nope, send back up Tailwind, so their Clefable can choose a different move. I almost would have considered just using the Encore anyway, just because.
Honestly, I would have, because you can't switch them both out. Lock in something to protect.
This match is really interesting to me. Honestly, this is one of the few times for Protect is maybe not the optimal move to be using.
Protect is...
In fact, I would probably have tried to kill that Whimsicott as soon as I saw it. Don't get me wrong.
Definitely take out Whimsicott as quick as you can, because...
Whimsicott,
it's going to give you some trouble.
Sneasler, Pokemon of that nature that are just menaces, whether they're sidekicks or they're just really good when it comes to doing a specific strategy, you typically don't want them around long. Sure, sometimes it's better to prioritize the other Pokemon when using a Pokemon that's typically meant for setting up. But in this case, especially given what Whimsicott's capable of, you don't want that thing on the field long. It is a very dangerous Pokemon, given its moveset capabilities, and just how meta-relevant it is. It's a reason it's a 20-pointer on the list. The highest point that you could buy in this tournament. Same with Pokemon like Sinestro. Just because they're meant to set up things does not mean they aren't a threat. Just because they can set up does not mean they should be ignored.
Absolutely not. And Mamoswine going for the protective once more.
And
taking
it's just
out
eating those earthquakes for
Clefable and that bulky Whimsicott, taking it like a champ.
Honestly, it might be able to survive another earthquake if it's not attacked. Maybe. Alright, down to their last one. They're bringing back the Mega Charizard X again. Now, for the love of God, do not protect with that thing. Question, can Mega Charizard X be affected by Earthquake?
Mega Charizard X is vulnerable to Earthquake.
Okay, I have not gone against any of them in this meta.
The Encore may have ended this turn, but it doesn't matter, because the last move Scizor used was Protect. Don't use Protect! Joker!
Oh dear
what
God.
Are you doing?
Oh, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment watching this. Stop using status moves with Whimsicott still alive!
Well, I guess it's not alive anymore. It's that Mamoswine's Earthquake's taking out the Scizor and the Whimsicott. But now it's
given the fact that I don't think Valkyrie's lost a Pokemon except for Pangoro, so there's still two. Yep, and there comes their Mega Gardevoir. That Charizard's not living against the Fairy type.
And tracing the Tough Claws. Ooh, that is a
threat.
Look at the claws on that Gardevoir.
That is definitely a threat. Honestly, I don't know if Tough Claws benefits Gardevoir. I'm just saying things.
It doesn't.
I didn't think it did. Yeah.
You use Trace to copy things like Intimidate or something. And now we see the Mega Evolution.
The Mega gets its own ability.
And the volume adjustment. Psyshock.
Not using a fairy move.
Some very heavy damage. Earthquake. Not quite enough. And the Rock Slide will take it off, and that is game, set, match.
Sheer Force Pyroars win this match.
Well, congratulations to Valkyrie for winning round 1.
This concludes all of our week 1 matches, doesn't it?
No, we still have the Pretty Pinnipeds versus Eterna City EVs, which will be recorded soon.
All right, can't wait to see that.